Good morning. Happy full moon in Aries. Yes, it's happening today, but if you're in the Middle East, of course, it's already happened last night. So I want to pray with you today as a way to welcome the manifestations that are going to be coming in for us as we start over during this new cycle. This is a wonderful portal to really allow ourselves to become more aware of the ways in which we are blocking our own manifestations. This full moon is very powerful, so for those of you that engage in moon rituals, I would encourage you to participate in this full moon rituals, because the next couple of ones are not going to be as generous. So feel free to pray with me, and feel free to share this gratitude prayer with others that are also working to manifest the lives of their dreams. Spirit, reveal to us the ways in which our lives are out of balance, the ways in which our lives lack harmony and peace. Spirit, we ask that you expose our soul to certain truths about us that only you know, truths that we need to know so that we can elevate. Spirit, we ask that you give us the codes that are needed so that we can master the art of balance within ourselves, which can only render us powerful manifestors. Spirit, we know that we are only peaceful warriors because of you. We know that we are only bold and fearless because of you. Teach us how to trust you. Teach us how to keep our hearts innocent and pure. Thank you, Spirit, for making us beautiful, not just physically, but by filling our hearts with good intentions, not just for ourselves, but also for others. Thank you for our power. Thank you for our strength. Thank you for our grit. Thank you for our determination. Thank you for our resilience. Thank you for our raw courage and our ability to stand up for ourselves and our ability to choose ourselves and our ability to gracefully put those who do not know their place back in their place, exactly where they belong, back in their lives, minding their own relationship with you and their own business in this physical realm. Thank you for our fearlessness. Thank you for our boldness. Thank you for our determination and our desire to respond to our instincts, because we know that our gut instincts come from you. Thank you for our sense of wonder. Thank you for our childlike optimism. Thank you for our blind faith. Thank you for not only your ability, but also your desire to create miracles in our lives so that those miracles can serve as testimony for your love, your deep and intense love for us, and your desire to let your glory shine no matter where we come from, no matter who we are, no matter what we've been through. We thank you that you're able to clean us up regardless of what we've been through, to make us shine bright like the stars that you meant for all of us to become, bearers of light, souls that share love in this physical realm where a lot of darkness, unfortunately, is persistent. Spirit, we thank you for removing panic, removing fear, removing selfishness, removing thoughtlessness from our vocabulary, from our hearts. Spirit, we thank you for making us people who like to see other people win, who like to see other people do well, who like to see other people be happy. Thank you, Spirit, for making us among those who encourage and uplift other people. And we thank you for making us among those who are secure enough in their power to not lead with aggression in this world. The world certainly has enough aggression and violence. We thank you for allowing us to respond to demonic forces, to low vibrational spirits. We thank you for giving us the patience to respond to those spirits in due time, as opposed to reacting to their provocation. Spirit, we have an immense amount of gratitude
for you opening up our eyes to the consequences of our actions before we take those actions. We thank you for opening up our eyes to the power of dharma and karma. We thank you for opening up our eyes to consciousness and awareness of the impact and the energy that we bring to this realm. Thank you, Spirit, for giving our enemies a front row seat at the amazing creator that you are, at the amazing artist that you are. We thank you for giving our enemies a front row seat at our elevation. We thank you for giving our enemies a front row seat at our transformation. Even though they hate us, Spirit, even though they're envious of us, Spirit, and even though they want us to fail, we thank you that they're still obsessed with us and they cannot stop watching us and they cannot stop talking about us and they cannot stop being fascinated with us. Because when they look at us, we know they're looking at you. They're looking at your glory. They're looking at your power. They're looking at your manifestation powers. They're looking at the power in your ability to create all sorts of miracles in mere mortals' lives. And we are grateful that you chose us as an example of what it looks like when we believe and when we trust. We thank you that even though what we give them was love and understanding and compassion and support and acceptance and unconditional love, what they decided to return to us was betrayal and abuse and neglect. And even though those instances were painful, we thank you that we experienced those things, because we know that if we can bounce back from those things, we can bounce back from anything. And we thank you that their suffering or the hatred that they were throwing our way, the darkness that they wanted us to swallow and that they wanted us to live in, is what they're haunted with now. We thank you that you have kept our hearts pure in spite of their desire to trade destiny with us, in spite of their desire to give us negativity and suffering and poverty and lack of health and lack of love, and to keep us excluded and to smear our name and to create a whole smear campaign against us, because they wanted us to see us living outside of your love. They wanted us to see us living outside of gratitude, outside of joy, outside of happiness. And because of your powers, their wishes did not come true. Because of your powers, they've been humbled for being too egotistical. And because of your powers, we're able to still stand tall and stand strong, knowing that when we rest in your powers, everything is possible for us. So we thank you, Spirit, for keeping us with a pure heart in spite of all that pain. We thank you, Spirit, for giving us the power to transform that pain into juice that gets us closer to you. We thank you, Spirit, that in spite of all that hurt, we're still walking around with love. We're still walking around with hope. We're still walking around with joy and optimism, and that we go around the world hoping to share our light and our love with every spirit and soul that we encounter. Thank you for your love. We receive it.